Let's get started.
Cool.
I don't know how to introduce. Are you a tattoo artist or a tattoo person? Tattooist?
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 Yeah.
Rachael Maniapoto?
Maniapoto.
Maniapoto. I've been practicing. I got it wrong.
New.
It's only a new name, a married
Yep.
name.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Thank you. Oh, thank God you did say it was a married name, because I did ask a few years ago. I worked at a place and I asked a lady there, because I'd emailed her previously and she was one name.
Yeah.
And then when I went and worked at the place, she changed. Her name was changed. I said, did you have a wedding over the summer? And she said, no, actually, quite the opposite. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, yeah. No, a lot of people know me as Rachael Anderson.
Ah,
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
Rachael Anderson, the tattooist or tattoo artist. What did we say?
Tattooist.
What was the answer of that? Tattooist?
They're both correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Which one do you like? How do you introduce yourself to people?
I just say I'm a tattooist. But I'm also an artist too, I guess. So
Ah. How does your art... Do you do... when you say I'm an artist, do you do art that's not tattooing?
yeah.
Yeah. What sort of stuff do you do? This is all...
I do some
new info.
murals and just whatever, really. Just
Right.
anything. I'll do it.
All right, but I've got you in here. This is Aiden Meets Interesting People. And when I was sort of coming up with the idea for this particular podcast of sitting down with people that I don't sort of run into in my day-to-day time, a tattoo artist came up. And I don't know any tattoo artists. And this is actually the first time I've ever been inside a tattoo studio. Yeah.
Does it make you feel scared?
I can't see any needles, so I feel pretty good now. Where are they? In the drawers?
Yeah, they're hidden.
Right. Must be hundreds of them in here.
Yeah, they're literally hundreds.
So, yeah, I've never been in one. I've never had the inkling to come in and get a tattoo. It's not, I don't know I wasn't expecting anything, but I think it's not daunting or anything. It's pretty much what I expected.
No, it's pretty easy, I reckon, to come in. People are always scared the first time when they actually come in to get tattooed, though.
Can you see the fear on people's faces? Can you see someone walk in and go, I know this is your first time and I haven't even seen your skin yet?
Yeah. They don't want to assert themselves at all. They're very, very scared.
Right.
But that's fine. We deal with it.
Deal with that. How do you deal with someone who's super nervous? What do we do?
Just talk to them heaps.
Yeah.
Makes them feel more comfortable. Yeah.
Right.
Talk shit. But I think that's where social media comes in, because we try pretty hard so people feel like they know you before they come in.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. So you use social media you're quite conscious that you're conversing with potential clients and stuff.
Yeah, I
all the time.
purposely will put my actual life on my business page so people feel comfortable.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's interesting, because some people would separate them and have...
Yeah, they do. And that's their choice, but I like my clients to feel comfortable in that way.
That works.
Especially, mothers and stuff like that, they can talk about my kids or...
Yeah, because your kids are on it,
Yeah, and we can relate to each other. Makes you more
Right.
human than this crazy tattooist,
Right. My first question when I was coming up with, what do I ask a tattoo artist is, what is it like the first time when you pick up a tattoo machine and hammer into a person's skin, knowing that it's there forever?
It's fucked. Like, there's no other... The first time I tattooed, this is not for me. I hated it.
Oh, really?
It was the worst thing ever. It made me feel sick.
Yeah, what, the blood or the feeling?
No,
or
just knowing that you're doing that and the person's in pain and it's scary, the pressure of it being permanent. It's like the worst feeling ever.
What was your first tattoo? I'm assuming you can remember
What did I do? I did some toes, believe it or not.
Somebody's toes?
Yeah, like...
Or you tattooed toes on somebody?
No, I tattooed someone's toes.
Ah,
just
right.
like lines and dots and stuff, patterns that people would normally get on their fingers. Did it on someone's toes.
So they could hide it in case.
It was the worst thing ever.
And it came out how?
It was fine.
Rated out of 10.
I haven't seen it healed
Oh,
because I never saw the person again. But
that could be bad.
it was fine at the time. And I was just, I hated it.
So it wasn't someone you knew? I would have
No.
thought you'd, like, the first time you'd be, like, talking to your mates going, like, oh, can I borrow your skin for a second? Because...
Yeah, you'd think, but I didn't do that.
So it was like a paid client?
The person that I was working for at the time had organised it, so I think he knew the person and I didn't. So
So was that a tattoo studio?
Yeah.
And you'd never tattooed a single person?
Yeah.
And then you sat down.
I don't think they.
So
would
did
have
they
paid.
walk in and see the fear on your face, going, "Oh, this is your first time"?
You get pretty good at
Hiding.
yeah, hiding the fear from everyone else until later, and you're like, oh fuck that, that was the worst.
Right. So no feedback from it. You don't know where it is or anything.
I don't think that
Someone
they
out there's got
lived
the
here.
very
I think
first.
they must have been travelling. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that in here, in this studio?
No.
No, you've been to other studios.
Yeah, I
around
worked at a different one at the very start of my apprenticeship, and
Yeah.
then ended up with these guys.
Tell me, so how do you go from, you said you did an apprenticeship. Is that a recognised apprenticeship? Like it's no. Okay. So how does, you obviously call it an apprenticeship, and it's but it's not like a, I don't know, most apprenticeships are a TAFE degree or something like that.
Yeah.
Tattooing, how does an apprenticeship work then?
It sort of works different for everyone. It just depends on who's mentoring you and what shop you're at, and like they might have their own process each shop. So I did 4 years, I think, and Mick Webber was my mentor. So he taught me basically everything. And the first year you don't tattoo.
Right, okay. Yeah.
You're just designing and drawing, and you might be like pulling apart machines and putting them back together so you know how everything works, all that sort of stuff. Cleaning, running errands.
Right, okay. So similar to, say, like a hairdresser, they might not cut hair for the first year. They might just be sweeping and tidying up, and you know so your tattoo mentor, Mick, did you say his
Yep, Mick Webber.
He would call you over and say, "Oh, this is how you do outlining. This is how you do shadowing."
Yeah, sort of. There's 5 artists in this shop, so an apprentice would walk around and stand and look and watch someone work and see how they're doing things. So it's on the apprentice to really gain as much knowledge as they can, like, because it's all there. You just got to go over and ask questions, because everyone's going to answer everything. Yeah, right. They're not going to just ignore you.
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah, so it's on. It just depends how fast the apprentice themselves learn it.
So did you walk into his studio one day and go, "I've got a portfolio of art, so here's what I can do on paper"?
So this is the randomest story.
All right, let's hear it.
I never wanted to be a tattooist.
Right.
It was never on my radar. I was butchering, and I had like forever. And I've done like all the jobs, as you do when you're younger and all that. And when I was 18, when I finished school, Mick Webber was a painter and decorator, and I was an apprentice, and he was my boss.
Right.
And that's how I knew him 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And then yada, yada, yada. And then
you went separate ways.
Yeah, and then I was working
things.
for a different studio, and it wasn't working out, and I'd only just started out.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to Mick, like asking him questions about the industry, because it's really hard to find information because it's very secretive. Like apprenticeships aren't recognised. It's just hard to understand it. So he's like, "Oh, come and hang out with us, if you need to." And then, it just happened from there. And he's like, "Yep, come and be my apprentice." And that was it. That was it. And it was like pure luck.
So he went from painting and decorating to tattooing.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, there's a little correlation, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
The decoration of things. He went from butchering to tattooing, which probably shouldn't be a correlation, but there might be.
It sounds pretty bad.
I'm good with blood.
Sounds so
and if they don't like it, I can cut it off.
Just remove it.
Just remove it. All right, so you did art beforehand, and then thought, I'm going to give this a crack and do tattooing.
Yeah.
Is it years before you sort of become really comfortable and go like, I'm actually good at this?
Yeah.
Or do you still now, do you look at designs that people come in with and go like, I don't know if I can pull this off?
No, not really. I think the first probably 2 years is quite tricky because you're still figuring out there's so many different styles of tattooing. Yeah. So now though, if someone asks me for something that I can't do, I wouldn't do it.
So what's your style? Is it a style that people can look up, or is it like a style?
So I do like mandalas or realism, black and grey realism.
Okay.
Or I can do neo-traditional, which is like sort of cartoonish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still haven't narrowed down exactly, but I don't want to narrow it down too much because then I delete half my clients, you know?
Right, yeah. So if someone comes in with something that you're not sure you can do...
Yeah, if they wanted Japanese or something, I wouldn't do it.
Right. Oh, a Japanese style.
Yeah, just
with
different styles. Like,
yeah.
I haven't studied them either, so I don't know the meaning of all the different things in them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Yeah,
you want to know
definitely.
what... Yeah.
Especially because there are Japanese tattooists that would look at your work and you won't want to feel like an absolute dick. You know?
Yeah. They're like, who the hell did this?
Yeah, like what is
This looks
all
like it
of
was
that?
done by a 6-year-old. Yeah, to your eyes, it might be amazing. You might
Yeah.
be really happy with it.
Yeah.
And then find out later on that they think a 6-year-old did it.
Yeah.
How do you practice tattooing? Because obviously I thought when you said that you first did a tattoo, my imagination was I was drunk with mates and we started tattooing each other, right? Because that's some people do that, right? But you walked into a tattoo studio and the first thing you tattooed was skin. There must be better ways, surely, no?
So I had tattooed, there's like a latex fake skin.
Ah, okay.
So I had done that before I'd done those tattoos that time. But
Right.
it's nothing the same. It's not the same.
It's not the same?
No.
It doesn't feel the same?
And there's not the same
pressure
and all that. But yeah, my first tattoo was terrible.
What about pig carcasses? That's what I've learned.
Yeah, pig skin, yep. So you
they're not a whole carcass. You probably
you
don't
get
need...
the pork belly, basically, without the meat on it, and you
Yeah.
just tattoo that. It's pretty gross, but I've done a few.
A few like that just to practice something.
And it's got that stretch on it, which is basically what most of the practice is, like stretching the skin to tattoo it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What about...
Pretty gross.
Someone told me oranges.
Yeah, oranges, bananas.
Why oranges?
Just the skin, I don't know, it just sort of the same sort of popping when the needle enters it.
Is that popping as in the noise?
Yeah, and like the way it goes in.
The puncturing? Like the feel of it, I guess, pushing against it and then it goes...
Yeah, it's hard to explain what that... Yeah.
I can picture it in my head. I just don't know how to... Puncturing, I think, is the only way I can do it. Yeah.
It's still not the same, but it is definitely probably good to learn how to hold the machine.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you hold them wrong, you end up with really bad wrists and sore hands all the time.
Right, like RSI, sort of. Yeah. Tattooist fingers, what do they call it? You got tennis elbow and typhus.
Yeah, look, if you were doing it real
it?
weird, you'd end up with all that.
I don't know, do oranges help because it's curved as well? So if you've got someone's arm that's got a curve in it? Or does that... Nah, have I just made that up? I make a lot of stuff up.
Half and half.
I'm just guessing.
I think it's more just like holding the machine and manoeuvring your hand, because that's like half of the learning. You've got to be comfortable and be able to throw a line from one point to another point without like wrecking it.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And on cameras here, you can proudly say that you've never wrecked a tattoo in your life, and so far. We'll get to that. I reckon you would have.
Yeah.
I reckon you would have. All right. So, looking at the history of tattooing and blah, blah, blah. When I was probably growing up, tattoos were for prisoners and bikies, weren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know. We might be similar ages, but tattoos, they were for prisoners and bikies. But now it's like I'm weird because I don't have one.
Yeah.
I feel like that. I feel like most people have got tattoos.
A lot of people do say now, though, if you don't have one, that's more special because it's...
Oh, it's gone full circle. I'm cool again.
Yeah, it's
nice.
Crazy that there are clear skins out there.
Clear skins? Is that what you call us?
Yeah.
Mud blood? Is that the Harry Potter thing of like...
Yep.
Clear skins, yeah. Make me sound see-through. Right, do you associate with clear skins in your day-to-day life or...
I always get shocked that people don't even have a small one, just because it's more like the curiosity of having and what the pain is like and stuff. People sometimes get a small one.
That's the only thing that I could come up with. I was talking to people about coming to talk to you, and they're like, why are you doing tattoos? Because I'm generally interested in what it would feel like, but I don't want to I don't particularly want to tattoo. I've actually I've got no real intention of getting a tattoo
Yeah.
unless I did something really cool. If I did something cool, like went to the Olympics or something,
Yeah.
then I'd get a tattoo. But my
Yeah.
Olympic days are gone now.
Yeah.
I went there as a spectator. I don't know if I
Yeah.
could get the Olympic rings and then
That's
just write
pretty cool.
spectator, like put my seat number, like
I love that.
area A, row
Could
B, seat
definitely
17.
actually do that.
That would be funny. Yeah. Remember when Michael Phelps won the gold medal? I was there, just up in the stands, like 10th row back.
Honestly, I don't know. I think that tattooing, because it's come from also like tribes and things like that, and they all have meaning and stuff. So the Western cultures, I think, have just made that a thing for themselves too. Everyone's tattoo is for some reason.
Yeah.
Whether it looks cool and they like that piece of art, or it's someone who's passed away or something.
Right.
All of it is for a reason.
All means,
Yeah.
of course.
I don't know.
Do you ask the reason? Or if someone comes in and says, I want this tattooed, do you ask or do you wait for them to offer the
They'll
idea?
always tell.
They'll say why,
Yeah, they'll always tell us why. And I think it's just a part of like acknowledging it as well. Like if they were just getting it and not telling you why,
Yeah.
it's sort of not as, like, they want you to know how meaningful it is, and then I guess makes you feel like you have to do it even better. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah. If you
it's hard to
feel like
explain.
part of the story, then don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And half of the tattoos that I do is they're coming to me for a specific reason. They want me to do it for, they source out their tattooists now because there's so many of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing, isn't it? People find their tattooists again, like hairdressers. You find your hairdresser and you stick with that hairdresser.
Definitely.
But, not me so much. I don't care who does
some
mine.
people
but
get really like clients want to stay with you, but it's like I'd totally understand if one of my clients wanted to go to someone else in here because they do a different style. Like I'm totally supportive. Like hell yeah, get some art off one of them.
What if they came in here and sat there and said, I want you to do one exactly the same as Rachael does, but not Rachel's.
I don't know. We all do so different work, so it just wouldn't happen.
It wouldn't be able to do it.
No.
Have you got people that used to live in Warrnambool but are now not living here, but they'll travel back to have you tattoo them?
Not that I can think of. Maybe there's a couple, but my sisters...
Yeah, oh yeah.
They've both moved very far away and they can't wait to see me again.
Right, they've got plans on them when they come back.
One of my sisters wants her whole back done and she's like, oh man, I'd be covered if I lived there.
Oh, yeah, you want the full back tattoo.
Yeah.
So why do you, going back to moving from prisoners to bikies to everybody, why do you reckon it's become so mainstream?
I'm not 100% sure, but probably just education on it. Like it's really cool. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
And like machines have changed and the way we tattoos changed, the ink's changed. You're not going to walk in here and get AIDS.
That's right.
Like
Yeah.
Like if that is like so rare.
Yeah, I can
it's
imagine.
just not a thing anymore. So and it's all regulated. So it's.
This place does look very clean and it smells like a hospital. Actually, it smells cleaner than a hospital. Like it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm used to the smell though, so I can't smell it anymore.
Yeah. Do you know what, I'll tell you what it smells like. It's when I went to university, I did PE, and for some reason, when we did PE, we had to do like anatomy and biology. That part makes sense, but the part that doesn't necessarily make sense is we did a class where we had to pull dead bodies out of this like vat, and we looked at dead bodies.
Yeah.
And it smells like that. It smells like the same stuff that they were floating in.
Oh right.
Yeah.
I don't know
why.
Smells like a dead body. What?
No. So they're floating in. I guess it's like a formaldehyde or something.
Like silverside chunks, yeah.
So,
like,
back to your butcher's days, yeah. They were large stainless steel things full of, and then you would reach it and go, oh, I'm doing legs today, and pull out a leg. And then it smells like that. Not that that's, I don't know. It smells clean.
It is very clean. We have an apprentice, so she's like works very hard.
That's her job, yeah.
Yep.
Right, how far away is she from doing tattoos?
She has started doing small ones. She's doing really, really well.
Yeah.
Yep. She's actually taken up the hand poke, so that's fun.
The hand poke?
Yeah, so it's without a machine, it's just poking with the needle.
Right.
To make the tattoo, like old school, I guess.
Yeah,
like traditional sort
rather
of way.
than using the tattoo machine.
Yeah.
I'm choosing my words very wisely. Did you notice that?
I didn't, but now I do. I realise now, yeah.
Because I'm saying tattoo machine. because in our lead up to this, we had conversations and I used the word tattoo gun. You got real antsy. Tattoo gun's
so
not...
funny.
We can't say tattoo gun, can we, in the game?
Oh, it's so bad. It's like we don't shoot people.
Yes.
They're not
Is that what
weapons.
it is? So it is the gun thing?
Yeah,
Right.
it's not a gun. It's a machine.
because they're for prisoners and bikies. Right?
Oh my god.
It's a tool of the trade. It's
We
not
always joke like when people do say gun, we're like pew pew. No, just a machine.
Right. Well, if I call it tattoo gun from now on, you feel free to pull me up on it. Do you have rules when you tattoo?
I think there are unwritten rules.
Rules, yeah.
Amongst us, like if someone came in and had no tattoos and they wanted their throat tattooed,
Oh, right.
we wouldn't do it.
Why not?
Just because we just wouldn't.
Okay.
I feel like it's just...
Are you trying to save them from regret, or
No, it's got nothing to do with them. I think it's like more embarrassing to us as tattooists.
Ah.
They need to have a sleeve or something first. Like,
Oh, so
you're not
you've
just
gotta
going to go
work your way
straight
up.
to the throat.
Right.
Or the hands, for example. Like, that's a full hand, not just like a small thing
not
on
this
the
little
side.
blue bird
Like,
or
you'd
something, yeah.
prefer them to have some sort of sleeve going on to do their hands. You don't just want full hands with nothing else.
Okay.
Yeah, there's...
So you'd straight up say, no, I'm not doing that, or I can't.
Yeah, just be like, nah, don't do hands.
I do. And then they look at your hands and go, well, fucking someone here does. Point me in the right
I don't know.
direction.
There's some
Right.
things like that.
What if I wanted a swastika on my face or something?
Well, just wouldn't do it. Like, everyone's different. Like, there might be a tattooist out there that'd be keen
If
to
you're
do
like,
it.
yeah, screw it,
But-
I don't care. Yeah, do
But
what you want.
everyone's self-employed, so they just do what they
Yeah.
want, basically.
Yeah, and you, like, as you said with your social media and stuff, you put your name on every tattoo.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Someone's going to say, who wrote that word on your neck? Like,
Yeah.
that was Rachel.
Yeah. You have to be very, very careful some things. Even, like, the tamuko from New Zealand,
Yeah,
people ask... I'm from New Zealand.
right. What was that word you just said?
Tamuko, it's the
yeah.
traditional...
Is that sort of warrior?
They can have them on their face.
Oh,
or
yeah.
that the women have them under their chin
Yeah.
or on their arms, wherever. Like, I can't. I'm not trained to design those. I don't know what all the patterns mean.
Yes.
I know some, but
Right.
I'm not trained. And the people over there that train to do it train for years and years and years.
Right.
There's no way I'd ever.
How did Mike Tyson get that one across his face?
I don't think
'Cause he'll
that's
get whatever he
actual
wants.
tamuk, that's just like thick 90s tribal.
Just disgusting 90s tribal tattoos.
Oh, so good.
Barbed wire.
Bring
Have you
that
done any
back.
barbed wire on the sleeves? No, yet.
That's come back.
Oh, it's
Barbed
back.
wire- barbed
But not
wire's
by
back.
itself, though. Maybe entwined with something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Or like
That was always-
just like a little strand of it in a gap sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
But barbed wire's definitely come back.
I'll okay that. Just the one single strand around the bicep, though? Nah.
I love
And-
that.
All right. So what if I came in and I said to you, oh, like I've been with my girlfriend for like 6 months. I'm so in love with her and I want her name written like right up my side here.
Mm-hmm.
Would you just go, yep, jump on the table? Or would you go like, 6 months, man, you might want to come back in?
No, I'd just do it.
Right.
I wouldn't take
So if you
judgment.
sense regret, like that's not your, that's not your job. That you don't
No.
feel like that. I don't
No.
need to stop that.
If
And
they're real pumped about it at the time, I'll be pumped with them.
yeah. Right.
Yeah. But, people are only going to come to me for what I do anyway, and I don't really do much script.
Oh, you don't do
Like,
lettering?
I can do script, but
Yeah.
I don't really get asked to do a full day of script.
Right.
And I usually only book full days or half days. So
Right.
it's just sort of that sort of stuff falls away. All those small tattoos that people get that would more likely regret them later.
Yeah.
They sort of slipped away now. They're not a
Yeah,
thing.
I guess no one regrets like a full, koi sleeve or whatever that's actually going to take a full day. People have thought about that, haven't they?
Yeah, and they plan it and it takes ages. So it's not just like one of those tiny little regrets that's, annoying.
Have you done tattoos in the past when people have walked out and you're like, oh, he'll regret that in 6 months' time?
Honestly, I don't think so.
Don't think so?
Nah, and
Yeah.
I've done some pretty stupid ones.
Yeah, but you
But
just
I
see the
honestly
person
think
and
they
you're
all
like,
just
They
loved
loved it.
And because they're so stupid too, like,
Yeah.
they're
Are
hilarious.
they local people? Can you tell me or not? No.
Yeah, like I've tattooed like script on ribs before and it said garlic bread. I was like, probably one of my favourites. It was so good.
Yeah. I guess that's stupid. Like, that's, I don't know, novelty stupid.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he
yeah.
knows that whoever got that done,
Yeah.
he knows it's dumb.
Yeah.
Was there even a picture of a garlic bread or just garlic bread?
Nah, just garlic bread and like
Right.
real flowing script.
A real
It
beautiful
was really
flows.
cool.
Did he lose a
Really
bet or something or what?
No, I
Right.
actually drew it as an apprentice.
Yeah.
Because my boss was like, "Oh, do some script, just think of some meaningful stuff to write." And I
Just looked in
fucking
the
love
freezer.
garlic bread. So I just did garlic bread and like, yeah, I posted it and someone's like, "I'm getting that." I was like, please get it. I'll do it for free.
So, oh, mate, you've got a free garlic bread tattoo on the side.
Oh, so good.
Right.
My favourite tattoo.
What others have you got? What other good ones have you done?
Back in the day when people used to do that on their leg,
Oh, yes,
you know,
yes.
I've tattooed like an outline of that on someode's leg. So he just like lifts his shorts up to his friends, like, far out.
And then he gets to hit them.
Yeah,
The old,
yeah.
the old Malcolm in the Middle thing. Did that originate in Malcolm in the Middle, or did they
I
just
have
made
no
it up?
idea.
Oh, neither did I.
have no
I thought
idea.
they might have stolen it. Did you do cover-ups as well?
Yeah, I've done heaps of cover-ups.
Heaps of cover-ups.
Yeah. I think the first like 3 years of tattooing for me was half cover-ups.
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be harder than a real tattoo, though. Than a...
It's pretty hard
Like
because you have to be able to cover it.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time they know that they're going to still be able to probably see it a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's not going to be...
They can because they know where
Yeah,
it is,
they
I
know
guess. Yeah,
where
and you
it is.
could. Yeah.
But I don't know, if they're old enough, they're pretty easy to cover because the ink changes over time.
Right. Yeah.
Gets duller.
Because I've seen some cover-ups where it looks like there's nothing, like it would be a negative space bit, like an unshaded part
Yeah.
over the top of what would have originally been ink, but it's, I guess it blends in so well that it's...
Yeah, if they're old enough, it's pretty easy to
Yeah.
do. But I don't know, it's just part of learning how to tattoo, is covering. Like even like mistakes will happen while you're tattooing because people move and it's just, we're not robots, things are going to happen. But you have to be able to improvise while you're doing it to make sure that whatever's happened isn't noticeable or it doesn't stay like that.
Yeah.
So it's pressure, a heap of it.
What sort of tattoos have you covered? There must have had some very...
Names,
people's names, that'd be the big one,
and,
wouldn't it?
Those 90s, like not tribal, but those thick vines that chicks used to get with the butterflies and flowers around.
Okay, yeah.
It's just random vines.
Yeah.
Yeah, those sort of things. Things that have just like were quite small that have turned into like a blob.
Over time. Yeah,
Yeah.
lost their
Yeah, they
lost
don't
their
have that
sharpness.
yeah, so I just
Yeah.
cover that sort of stuff, but I haven't done a cover up for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
People are just learning to live with it.
It's good because our waiting list is so long now.
Yeah.
There's no.
How long is your waiting list? You've squeezed me in your off
It's
time.
usually 3
good.
months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because I need to be able to plan my life as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You got to block your own time out because I've
Yeah.
looked at like on your social medias and stuff, and it'll come up with, I'm opening the books tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then 12 hours later, it's like, sorry guys, books are closed.
Yeah,
Like,
that's where.
I never know what have. So that's 3 months. So you do that
Yeah.
4 times a year.
Yeah.
And obviously block out your own school holidays and whatever else you want to
Yeah.
take off with the kids, and then
Yeah.
other than that,
Oh, I love
flat
school
out.
holidays. I can work more on school holidays.
you
Yeah.
work more in the school holiday. Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't take those times off.
So I don't have to finish at 3 in the afternoon. It's so good.
So you normally do half day or full day tattoos.
Yeah.
Well, how much can you cover in if someone was getting a full day?
It just depends what style they're getting and what
Yeah.
and where and stuff like that. But yeah, I work 10 till 3 most days, and I can do like a full thigh or a full calf. Like I can do a lot.
And finish it. But basically done.
Yeah, depending what the style is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does it normally work? So someone would, if I came in and I'm a clean skin and I come in with this idea that I want my thigh done.
Yeah.
What's the process?
So
What do we do first?
first of all, the bookings are now done all via social media.
Yeah.
Not really done in the shop anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so
Just less COVID.
let's
you know.
assume that I've jumped the queue
Yeah.
and I'm in. Yeah.
You're in the DMs and we're
Yeah.
talking about it, And then usually 2 weeks before the appointment, I'll contact the person because they might have booked 3 months ago.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll have the discussion. You're still good to go.
Still keen, yeah.
Still same idea. Yep. And then I'll draw it, send them pictures as I'm drawing to make sure that they feel like they're micromanaging what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I'll explain, obviously, drawings aren't 100% how they'll look tattooed, so I'll explain certain things in the designs so they understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And then, they approve it, and then we're good to go. They come in, and then we do it on the day.
Yeah, cool. All right, so do you do all that design stuff outside of your normal 10 to 4, 10 to 3 or whatever you said you were?
On a Monday usually is my drawing day.
Oh, that's your sit down and drawing day?
Yeah. It's a long day.
Right, and then do you sketch on there first?
So we have a stencil. It's a special type of paper. So we do like a line drawing of the design.
On the paper? Yeah.
Yeah, and then we print it, and then that printer thing goes through with the paper.
Okay.
And it comes out on a carbon paper.
Oh, I'm with you, yeah.
Yeah, so we put the stuff on there, leg, and then stick the paper on there, and it'll transfer.
Right.
So it's like not the full tattoo, it's obviously just the map.
Just the outline,
so
the rough.
Yeah.
Right, and then you...
Just tattoo it.
Off you go.
Yeah.
Like when I've watched, like tattoo shows on TV, which I assume are extremely realistic.
Yeah, that's so good. I got banned from watching them when I was apprentice.
Right.
It was like, do not watch them. They're fucking totally ridiculous.
Oh, the people at work are like, don't watch them.
Yeah, don't watch them. They're ridiculous, not realistic. None of it's good.
Yeah.
And they're shit tattoos. Majority of the time.
Terrible tattoo.
Oh, so bad.
And so I watch it, but there's always so much just like leftover ink and blood and stuff all sort of mixed together that I'm like, how can you even tell sort of where you're up to? But like, obviously
they just need to wipe it.
Yeah. Doesn't that wipe the stencil off?
Yeah, you've got to be pretty strategic of where you put your hands so you're not smudging stuff. And, that's why we use Vaseline. We put it on the skin before you tattoo so it holds the ink in one spot.
Run. Yeah.
And,
trick of the trade for those people at home doing it on their couch.
Yeah, you've got to honestly just be comfortable with the client, getting them to move around, because otherwise your hands are rubbing everything off. And if you lose your stencil, you're basically fucked.
Really? Yeah. You're in big trouble.
Yeah, once it's gone, God, it's no good.
You can't just go and print another one and
you'll never get
it lined up properly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you ever tattooing here sometimes and you look across at one of your other guys and he's looking at you going, oh, I've made a big mistake here?
No, never.
Just let them meet eyes and go like, oh, shit.
I don't think we've ever done that about tattoos, no. I feel like that would be so bad if we did have those moments.
Is it a similar vibe in here? Like if people, if there was 4 tattooists in here or 5 working away, is it similar to like a hairdresser's where it's like you sort of are chatting amongst yourselves, or is it sort of head down?
No, everyone's usually chatting and clients will chat.
Right.
Everyone's sort of having fun together, and then Belle, the apprentice, she'll be walking around sometimes with the lolly basket, like, do you want a lolly? And, and talking and putting good music on. It's really, really cool.
Good. Because I probably shouldn't have, but I read up something. I was looking up tattooing when I was looking at questions to ask you, and I thought I'll look up something, and it was 10 things not to do in the tattoo studio, or 10 ways to annoy your tattoo artist or something.
Oh, yeah.
And I read them. Do you reckon you could tell me what they were? Give me the top one. What's the most annoying thing someone does?
I'm not sure.
You're trying not to implicate
There's
anybody.
so many things.
I was trying to think what they were, but one of them was talking all the time, like because they're like trying to concentrate. They're trying to do their tattoo.
No, that's not true.
No, so that's not you. Yeah,
that's not true.
Yeah, it was probably like a BuzzFeed article. It would have been garbage.
It's part of the job. Like,
yeah.
If someone's talking because they're nervous or uncomfortable, I can talk.
That's your job
just go for
to quell them and
like
make
if
them
I'm
feel...
listening or not, I'm still going to say, yep. Like, I got kids, I'm good at it.
Right. Yeah, I can do multitask.
Yeah.
I can do both things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I could remember the rest of them. I think one of them was just walking in and saying, I want this tattoo, and like expecting to get it done straight away. That was annoying.
That honestly was a thing before
Yeah.
COVID.
Oh,
Like,
even
people
before COVID.
could walk
yeah.
in, but it's just not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's a thing of the past for all of us in here now, which sucks because though you can meet some really cool people that way, but it's just we don't have the time anymore.
No. Yeah. Not if you're booking yourself out 3 months in advance. You're like, unless you get real lucky and walk in and go, yeah, I want this small thing done, and someone's like, yeah, I'll work an hour later today or whatever, like I can do it.
But, we don't do, like, people aren't allowed to walk in anymore either.
No.
Won't stop them, but they're not allowed to walk in.
We locked the door, they can't get in here now. Right. So have you, you've probably had people come in here that are looking for tattoo cover-ups, back to tattoo cover-ups, because you can jump on eBay and buy like a tattoo machine and inks and needles for like $50.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm assuming that's a horrible idea.
Yeah, it's pretty... Look, I have many clients that I've covered up that sort of stuff.
Right.
And it's so funny. Always the stuff is just hilarious, the tattoos.
Yeah. My sister's got a tattoo machine, and her mates just get drunk and tattoo each other, and the stuff is crazy. It's so funny.
I don't know.
Funny to them.
It's nearly like those sort of tattoos are nearly like cool again.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
There's so many videos I've seen, like TikTok and that, people just tattooing themselves.
Yeah.
Like I watched one last night. 30 days of tattooing, one tattoo each day. Someone with a random kit, and the arm looks so good.
Oh,
like,
you're actually impressed.
Yeah, it was like they were the shittest tattoos, but they looked really good all together.
Oh, the way that they worked it together.
Yeah, just like that sort of sticker sleeve. Really
right.
Cool.
Like a Where's Wally picture or something.
Look, if someone's going to go buy a kit and use it,
yeah,
I don't care. They do whatever they want.
You got enough clients.
As long as they show me, because I want to see. Show me your shit tats.
Show me your regret. I want to see it on your face. Yeah. But I'm sure those machines are also dodgy as.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. I haven't used them before.
No.
We pay a lot of money for our machines.
How much does a tattoo machine cost? I nearly said gun.
From like 500 to 15, just depending on who's made it and stuff. Because obviously in the tattoo world, there's machine builders who are, up there, and people fight for their stuff, and they all do different things.
Yeah. Different price points for all sorts of people.
Yeah.
Right. Who's the regarded like the godfather of tattoos or the godmother? I read about and I wanted to say it was a Japanese lady, and she's booked out like 5 or 10 years in advance or whatever.
Yeah.
And when you go and see her, she'll tattoo whatever she wants on you.
Yeah.
That's
probably a true story.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like you don't choose. She chooses.
Yeah, that's
she's
probably
the boss.
a true story.
Yeah.
I have clients that don't pick their tattoos. I do them.
Oh, really?
They just like, do whatever you want. I'll just do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And they love it.
Yeah. They just want
a thing.
They just want because it's you that's doing it, or because they just want a picture?
They just want my art.
Yeah,
I guess.
your artwork, your style. What is your style? You said mandalas and what's it say? Neo-realism? Is that what you said? And
realism. I like mixing neo-traditional.
So some of the stuff there behind, that's all stuff that you have done or are going to do?
Let's not look at all that stuff too much.
Well, people who are watching probably can't really see it that well anyway.
Yeah, that's from when I was apprentice, half of that.
Ah, right. That's a nostalgia board.
Yeah, I like them up there because then, while clients sitting there, they can look at it and not so much think about what they're going through. Yeah.
The pain that they're going through.
Yeah.
How many people just pull out and go like, I can't do this?
I haven't had very many, I think.
Not many?
Like, I count on my fingers how many.
Yeah.
There's not much. But most of the ones that do stop, they're getting a sleeve or something, so they know that they've got more appointments. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You just do however much until they stop. Yeah.
Yeah. So it does get to a point where people are just like, I can't.
There's a threshold, and as soon as they're at it, that's it.
Yeah.
You can't. There's nothing you can do.
You can't fight through it.
No.
Have you had some big burly blokes in here that are tough as nails and reduce them to whimpering messes? And name them? No.
I honestly don't think so.
No? People
My
generally...
husband's pretty bad at getting tattooed, to be honest.
Really? Did you do his, I'm assuming? Yeah.
Oh, we all mixed tattooed him. And
yeah.
I'm just doing a back piece on him at the moment. He's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
The last couple of times he's been a lot better than... But he knows me, so it's easy to, like...
He relaxes.
Complain to me.
Oh, right, okay.
You know,
right.
like, the same as if he tattooed me, I'd complain about everything.
So he ramps
I'm
it
more
up.
comfortable.
Right. Is he a tattooist?
No.
No.
But if
But
he
if he
wanted,
did, yeah.
he could.
He could get a set off eBay.
Yeah.
$50.
He
Piece of
definitely
cake.
could.
You even get gloves and everything to make it clean and
So
nice.
bad. Oh, far out.
So what's the worst part to get tattooed?
There's so many. They all
What hurts the most though?
Probably
pain-wise? Hands?
the top of the foot,
Top of the foot
maybe.
because it's bone.
Yeah, or the ribs.
Oh
Be
yeah.
pretty bad
Again,
too.
I guess it's shallow.
But some people have had their ribs tattooed and they just...
Don't.
You wouldn't even know they're getting tattooed.
Oh,
They're
really?
just machines.
Go to sleep. Yeah.
Yep. And the same with the top of the foot. Like, it is bad.
Yeah.
But then...
Does the needle hit the bone or not?
I think it's just because it's like... Your feet hold up your whole body all day. Like,
Yeah. So there's
I don't
no
know.
relief
It's just
afterwards.
super sensitive. And it swells up a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. So the healing
Right.
is also, you've got like 2 or 3 days really bad. Even putting shoes on, it's not good.
Yeah.
Feet are the worst.
I won't get the top of my foot tattooed then.
It's not good. Not good.
Someone asked me today if I was getting a tattoo because I said like it's become so mainstream. I walked into some people at lunchtime today and they were looking at tattoos, going like, "Oh, I'd like to get this one. I'd like to get that one."
Yeah.
And then they asked me like, "What tattoo would you get?" And I said, I feel like if I got a tattoo, I'd just get bored with it after a while.
Yeah.
So then I thought, and it's probably been done before, but I thought if I got a QR code tattooed on my arm, then I could change the picture to whatever I wanted. So people could scan, like, "What's your tattoo?" I'm like, "Scan it, have a look," and it'd be like.
It's actually the funniest idea. Like QR codes. Fuck, that's amazing.
Yeah. So and then I just own the website where it goes to, and the
Yep.
picture could be like, yeah, it's like a sweet dragon, or like you know, or I could just put my wife there on her birthday, so people scan it like, oh, it's your picture of your wife, how lovely. But then next week it'll be a sprint car or something. Like,
Honestly, that could become a real thing. I'm not even joking.
surely people have done it.
I know that
I can't be that genius.
like there's like sound wave tattoos that
Oh, yeah.
you get an app and you scan the sound wave and then you can listen to whatever it is.
That's your favourite song or something. Yeah.
Yeah, or like
your
listen to
lover's
like
song.
say if your kid's saying "I love you" or
Oh,
something.
yeah,
And it's
right.
the sound waves and there's an actual scanning app.
Oh, that's
Pretty cool.
Kind of cool.
Really cool.
Yeah.
That's a thing in America. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, everything's in
Yeah.
America. Someone would have had a QR code done.
No,
All right, if I get brave one day, I'll come and see
I'm
you.
gonna
You can
Google
do it.
I reckon they're.
All right.
This
I
is
feel like it
pretty
would
funny.
fade after a while,
It's
and then it
pretty
wouldn't
funny.
scan. Like it'd just get all like it'd
It'd take you
bleed.
to some real weird website.
Yeah, you could change it whatever you wanted. Every day you could have a new one.
Oh, that's
You could have a randomizer. It could just be a
Yeah.
random picture.
yep.
What's your tattoo of? I don't know. Scan it. I don't know what it is.
Have a look on the
Could be
web.
anything today. You could have people could you could give people access to the website and they could put whatever they wanted on there.
Imagine that, just giving
Yeah.
you a tattoo.
So I'd get the QR code and then
Yeah.
they would then change the website to whatever they wanted. They could pay me like $100 to put their business there and then everyone who scanned my tattoo would like get advertised to.
That's actually could be a real thing. It's so weird.
Have you seen the guy in Tasmania at is it what's the name of the art gallery down there? MoMA?
Don't know.
So he's there's a guy there who's fully tattooed
Yeah.
and he was bought by a guy. So the guy bought his skin.
I have heard of that.
He's a Belgian artist, I think, the guy who bought it.
Mm-hmm.
And when he dies, when the guy who's tattooed dies, he gets the skin.
I think
He
I've heard
owns
of
it.
this collector.
Yeah, and if he wants him to, he'll travel anywhere in the world that this guy wants, and he'll just sit there. So I went to the art gallery. It's a real weird art gallery, and the guy's just sitting there, and he sits there for days and days and weeks, if that's what the guy wants him to do, because he owns him. He literally sold his whole body.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You're talking about something different than I thought that you were talking about.
right.
Because I've heard of it, the person that buys people's skin. So when they die, they tan the skin
Yeah.
and have it in.
Well,
a
I think
gallery
that's the
somewhere.
plan, but this guy's still alive.
So he owns him while he's still alive.
He's still alive. He just sits there.
And he owns him.
Yep.
That's fucking weird.
And if there's like a tattoo festival or something in France, he flies him to France and
That's-
he'll sit there for a
Sounds
week.
pretty fun though, doesn't it? Like you get to just travel around for
You'd
free.
have to be pretty good friends with yourself to just literally sits there with his shirt off for weeks.
You'd meet some cool people. You'd meet cool people.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if you could talk to him. Maybe I suppose you could talk to him.
Surely.
I don't know.
I'm going to Google this.
Yeah, the guy in the MoMA.
That is so weird.
Yeah, he'd have a QR
People
code.
are so weird.
That's bizarre, isn't it?
So weird.
Like that's like it seems like the sort of idea I would come up with. Like, oh, wouldn't it be good if I sold my whole body? And then after like a year, I'd be like, oh, this was a really bad idea. But how do I get out of this? Because I've spent the $100,000 I just sold my body for.
That's so funny.
Yeah. And then your parents are like, what are you going to do when you die? Like, I don't know. Ask that fella. Like, we can't cremate you. We can't. I'm going to get you skinned and tanned.
Like, I'm spoken for.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Amazing.
Right. Yeah, but you could skin and tan someone with your butcher's background.
Oh.
Give it a go.
I feel like it's probably not legal over here, is it?
Well, with enough paperwork.
Yeah.
Not while he's alive.
So weird.
I don't know.
Tattooing is weird in general. I think it every day when I'm tattooing. I'm like, this is the weirdest thing.
Really?
Yeah.
What's weird about it?
I'm putting a picture permanently in someone's skin. It's
Yeah.
so weird.
Yeah, ink just the right depth so that
Yeah,
it doesn't
and
disappear, but it
just
doesn't.
stays like this awesome picture on something. It's so weird, and that's my job.
Yeah, and people willingly let you
Trips
do
me
it to
out
them.
every day.
Right. Are there any tattoos that are just so boring and cliche that you hate doing them? You probably don't. It doesn't sound like from what you've told me that you really
They
do any of those sort of
exist.
things.
They
I'm sure they exist. Like if I walked in and just wanted like, "I love you" written in Chinese down my side or something, do you go like, "Oh"?
No, I've never had anyone
Yeah.
do that. I don't know. I think it's like the infinities.
Oh yeah. Roman numerals.
Yeah, just
Yeah. So you'll do them, but you're like, oh, whatever. It's
that-
not inspiring.
yeah. And look, people do get them, and they have big meanings behind them, I guess. But
Yeah.
it's nearly our job to like tell them not to,
Oh really?
or like
Yeah.
the feather with the birds coming out.
Okay.
Like everyone's got it. If
Yeah.
it means something, we can do a custom tattoo that's better than that.
Yeah, that's got that feeling to it,
Yeah.
but it's not just that.
That only that person has too.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
20 other white girls don't have.
Do most people take you up on that when you say, actually, I can do what you want, but I can make it better?
Yeah.
Leave it with me for a
Yeah.
couple of weeks, and then they come back and go, oh, that is actually
Yeah.
sick.
I've had a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
And they've got something way better. And they're really stoked now, and they're so happy
Yeah,
that
and
they
that's
don't
the
have an
difference between-
infinity or something.
Right. And that's the difference between paying the money and getting a tattoo artist to do it
Yeah.
than paying $50
Well, we're a custom
at
shop.
eBay and doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're a custom shop. We should be able to design stuff.
Right. So you don't have like books up the front here that people can flip through? That's how I imagine tattoo studios like 10 or 15 years ago would have been like, okay, just flip through the book and point at something you like.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Nah, we don't like doing that.
I mentioned tattoos in other languages. If someone comes in with something that you don't understand, it's not your job to double check it, is it?
Nah, not really.
Well, you probably don't do it, but
If they ask for like Arabic words or something, I'd say, well, you get them and send me
Yeah.
the picture of it,
Yeah.
and I'll just print that out and do it.
yeah,
Like it's
I'll
not up to
trace
me.
it, but I'm not.
Yeah, it's
I'm
not
not
up to
double checking
me.
to make sure it's right.
No.
There must be hundreds of tattoos out there, thousands of tattoos out there that are just complete
definitely.
garbage.
Yeah, definitely.
Very good. What have I missed in the tattoo business before we wrap things up? It's gone quick. We've been gone 50 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think you've really covered everything.
Done a good job.
Yeah.
Are you hanging around this studio for a while? Looks pretty.
Yeah, we might end up without a shop with street, like on the street, because we don't need the foot traffic anymore. But
Yes.
but
Yeah.
I'm not one of the owners. I don't know what they'll do.
No.
Just
But you rent the table, don't you? Sort of.
Yeah.
This is your space. You pay rent on
Yeah.
this space here.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't want to leave like the crew. The crew's
No.
we're like a family, so
Good
I'll
crew.
just follow wherever everyone goes. I'm happy.
Excellent. All right. Remind everyone where we are, and then we'll wrap it up. It's been really fun.
Lady and Amble Tattoo Studio in Warrnambool.
All right. Come and get your tats done. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
See ya.